Good evening and welcome to Blue Suede Vinyl. It's been a while. Uh, it's just been life, I can't remember the last time I did a video, but I apologize for that, and I also apologize. I've got a cold, so if you hear some hoarseness or whatever, that's it. But it's been a while. I haven't been making videos, but I have been buying uh, some very nice vinyl, uh, very nice pressings, which I am very excited about, and can't wait to show it to you. But today I'm going to talk about two albums. Elvis Is Back, and one that you're probably not familiar with, Elvis 24 Karat Hits. And if you've never heard of it, don't worry about it. We'll get to that. So just sit back and leave the driving to me. Just don't sit too far back, otherwise you fall out of your chair and we'll have a mess on our hands. Alright. A lot of people ask, they're like, what's your favorite Elvis album? And I always go to Elvis Is Back. Although, from the beginning to the end, he did great music, and it to me is very difficult to choose a favorite album. But this is Elvis Is Back is the one I always gravitate to. So, he did his 18 months in the army, then he got out, and then he came back and he did what he did best, and that was make music. And Elvis Is Back is what we got to see or hear. And I'm going to show you the different versions or pressings that I have. And the last pressing I'm going to show you is the one I'm alluding to. But we'll get to that in a second. Alright, on CD we have the Legacy Edition. And it sounds superb, I gotta say. Show you there, right there. Get the hype sticker on the back, and if you don't know, the Legacy Edition, it also contains Something for Everybody, or the album Something for Everybody, and this is a very nice set. Right here is these cover for Something for Everybody, and this would be the back cover for Elvis Is Back. And I mean, it just sounds great. One thing about Elvis Is Back is what makes it such a great album is the many genres that it covers in music. I mean, it's got rock and roll, rhythm and blues, and a little hint of gospel. If you really listen to it, there's a little hint of gospel in a song called "I Will Be Home Again," and which he's doing. You can hear Charlie Hodge in the background singing with him, and you can tell that they were practicing that song, I'm sure, when they were over in Germany, stationed together. But that's the CD version. I've also had the edition they released. Let me see. See if I can grab it for you. Where is it? Okay. This edition was released back in 1999. And, I mean, you can tell this is the one you need to get, because they really did an outstanding job on this. There's the back cover on the 99 version. And so here we go. This is the vinyl editions that I have. Alright, this is on the Wax Time label. And you know, they don't have any ties. It's a UK. It's a brand out of the UK. And that's that one right there. It's 180 gram pressing. And they're not affiliated, or they don't work with RCA. So, you know, they have their own logo on the album itself. You know, you don't see the nipper or the RCA logo. And that would be the back. And I'm pretty sure that it's basically a DOL pressing. I hope it's not, but it sounds great. I have no complaints with it. You know, DOL is basically, you know, going from digital to album, rather than using the master tapes to go to album. You know, they would use like whether they're using you know, digital memory cards or CDs or whatever. But this right here, it sounds great. And they do have different color vinyl with it, if you want to get it that way. And I bought it. At first, I bought it for the cover, because it's I mean, it's so cool, you know. But that's the one right there. My voice cracking on me. And then we have a 77 pressing. Right there. The vinyl on the inside there. I'm not going to take it out because, you know, it'll drag the video out. But I've had this one for quite a while. For a few years. Here's another, excuse me, another 77 pressing in the shrink. There. And of course, we have the Friday Music version. It was a limited edition blue vinyl, exclusive for Barnes and Noble. And I mean, it sounds great. And you know, they do work with RCA, and they do use the master tapes. So what you're getting is what you're supposed to get, you know. But they did a great job with this, and I've got nothing but positive reviews on this pressing here. And actually, I didn't even, I clean my records before I play them, but for some reason I just after I got this particular album, I didn't clean it and put it on. It was spotless. It was great. So that's that one there. And now we get to the one that I was alluding to. Now, this is the best sounding vinyl that I've ever heard, and I'm sure that you can probably ever get. Now, this album, new, it'll cost you over $100 to get it, but it is done by Analogue Productions, and you got the front cover there. And I'll take it out. It comes, what makes this so different than the rest is, check that out, check that out. It's got a nice gloss finish to it. That's one thing I like about it. Here's the back. Inside cover. But they did a tremendous job on this album right here. And they do use the master tapes, which is awesome. And another thing that they do is they don't just use one album. This one actually comes with two separate albums, or actually records. And they, as you can see, they use the logo RCA because they work with RCA. And use the analog tapes. And in order to get the best sound and quality, they put it in a 45. You know, just like a 45 single. You have to play it in a 45 speed. And this right here, it sounds so good. I mean, you would think that you're listening to a CD. You do not hear anything, any noise, popping, nothing. I mean, it is just amazing what they did with this album. But yeah, I mean, if I would recommend, if you love this album, I'd recommend getting you a copy. I mean, it is absolutely fantastic. And you can see the Analogue Production logo right there. And now, let's see. Boy, my voice is going haywire, I tell you. Alright, now we get to the second album here, in which I'll show you the CD version of it. It's actually, it only comes out on a Super Audio CD. There's the back. Super Audio CDs started coming out back when they started doing Blu-ray, and they were hoping that it would catch on, but it didn't. You know, it's just the players cost so much, or would cost so much, that it just never caught on. But there's the inside there. You can play it on a regular CD player, but if you wanted that super audio quality sound, you would have to get a player for it. And you know, if you can find them on eBay. But I just stick with the CD. But Elvis 24 Karat Hits. And it's also made by Analogue Productions. Right there. And here's the Sony and RCA. So that lets you know they're working in tandem together. And now we get to the album. Now this album, excuse me, this album is it is great. I'm gonna tell you right now. I mean, it has whatever. I mean, you might have a favorite song, but the songs on here, I mean, it's just, it kicks butt all through. Heartbreak Hotel, Love Me, Don't Be Cruel, Hound Dog, Big Hunk of Love, All Shook Up, Teddy Bear, Jailhouse Rock, Wear My Ring Around Your Neck, Love Me Tender, Stuck on You, It's Now or Never, Are You Lonesome Tonight, Surrender, His Latest Flame, Little Sister, Can't Help Falling in Love, Good Luck Charm, She's Not You, Return to Sender, You're the Devil in Disguise, Crying in the Chapel, and The Ghetto, Suspicious Minds. But the cover looks fantastic. And I'll take it out. To let you get a better look here, if I can get it out. There. There. Yeah. Again, the same back cover as on the CD, the Analogue Productions. And this particular one actually comes with 3 albums, you know, to make room for all the material. For all that information. I mean, the less information on the album or record is better. The more information you put on there, it just doesn't sound as good. But yeah, I actually bought these 2 in the same store. I don't know, it's been maybe a couple of weeks or so, but I just wanted to show you those. If you're an Elvis fan, if you're not an Elvis fan and you want something that sounds good and want to at least have some Elvis in your collection, those I would get. I mean, They cost a pretty penny, but when you listen to it, it'll blow you away. I mean, it's like when you put the needle down and you start hearing it. It's like, you know, the wind blows your hair back. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I wanted to show you those, and when my voice wants to cooperate more, I'll show you some more. Or cooperate. I'll show you some more. But until we meet again, may God bless you, and adios. Thanks.